Today we are going to study animal tissue, chapter 2nd. Well, you know what is tissue? Yes, group of the cells having similar shape and origin and performing one specific function is called tissue. So we are going to study various types of animal tissue. The first one is called epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue generally is present outside the organ as well as inside the lining of organs. So we can say epithelial tissue covers external body parts as well as its lines internal body cavity, or we can say internal organs as well as blood vessels. This epithelial tissue, which is made up of single layer, have no intracellular space. Now, to give strength, it rests on the non-cellular basement membrane. Now, this epithelial tissue are of two types. The first one, simple epithelial tissue. The name says that it is made up of single layer of cells, while stratified epithelial tissue is made up of many layers of the cells. Now, let us study different types of epithelial tissue on the base of the shape. So we are going to study these various types of epithelial tissues. First one is called squamous epithelial tissue. What is the shape of this? They are irregular in shape, or they can be flat also, and they are compactly arranged with a prominent nucleus. Where are they located? They are located in the veins, arteries. The blue marks are shown here. They are present in the buccal cavity. They are present in the lungs, as well as they are also present on the skin. What is the function of squamous epithelium? Generally gives protection, as well as it helps in the diffusion of the gases and nutrients. The second type is called cuboidal epithelial. This cuboidal epithelium, the name says they are cube-like with a prominent nucleus. Where are they located? They are present in the salivary gland, on the sweat glands, trachea, as well as in the kidney. Now, what is the function of this cuboidal epithelium? They help in secretion, excretion, and absorption, depending upon the location of it. The third type is called columnar epithelium. As it says column-like, they are rectangular in shape. And where are they located in our body? They are generally located in the sweat glands, in the stomach, digestive system, intestine. Now, function of this columnar epithelium is they help in secretion of digestive juices, absorption of the nutrients in the intestine. The next is ciliated epithelium. Ciliated means small hair-like cilia are present on the cuboidal epithelium. What is their main function, or where are they located? So they are generally found in the trachea. They are also found in the kidney, as well as they are found in some part of the lungs. Function of this is as they are present in the windpipe and oviduct, they help or purify the dust particles passing through the air. The next is glandular epithelium. Gland. So the name implies some of the cells, they start secreting some juices. They form glandular epithelium. Example, goblet cells. These goblet cells, they release mucus. So we can say the function is secretion, mucus, or enzymes. And where they are located? They are located in the intestine. The second tissue in animal is muscular tissue. Muscular tissue, generally we can say they are contractile tissues. There are three types in our body. The first one, unstriated muscles. So the shape of the unstriated muscle is spindle shape. They have single nucleus. They are present in the visceral part of the body, so they are visceral muscles. They are smooth muscles. As they are not controlled by our brain or will, so they are involuntary in function. In them, the outer layer sarcolemma is absent. They are slow in function but help in prolonged contractions. They do not get tired easily. The second type is striated muscles. Striated means they have dark and light bands, as you can see, and they have many nucleus. They are attached to the bones generally, so they are called skeletal muscles also. They are under the control of the brain, so they are voluntary in function. They have the outer membrane called sarcolemma. They help in rapid functions. They are fast contractions they show because they are attached to the bones. Definitely they might be getting tired very soon, so they need rest also. The third type is called cardiac muscles. The cardiac muscles, as you can see, are highly branched. They have dark and light bends, and spatial disc is present in them called intercalated disc, which is zigzag in shape. Now, they are involuntary in function. In them, sarcolemma membrane is present. They do continuous work, so they are continuously doing the work, pumping the blood, so they show rhythmicity, that is contraction and relaxation. So we can say they are not getting tired easily because they have to pump blood throughout the life. Now, the third type of tissue is called connective tissue. So what is connective tissue? It is generally present between the tissues or the organs and fill the empty space. So there are various types. The first is called connective tissue proper. We have to study four types in this connective tissue proper. The first is called areolar connective tissue. Areolar means it is used as a packaging tissue. It fills the space between the organs. The structure may be asked in the exam, so you should know the labelings. Generally, it consists of fibroblast cells. Then the fluid which is present is called matrix. They have mast cells. These structures, that is, they are called collagen fibers. Thick one and thin one are called elastin fibers. And some fat cells are also present. The second type is called adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is generally present in the third layer of the skin, that is below dermis. This particular adipose tissue, it is present around your eyes, around your heart or kidney. Why this is called adipose tissue? Because it stores fat cells. So definitely it might be helping as a shock absorber. It acts as an insulating layer also. So it conserves body heat. If the structure is asked, then you should remember that it consists of adipocyte cells. What are adipocyte cells? They have a big fat droplet. Then it is definitely a adipose tissue with some of the collagen fibers, some fibroblast cells. Now let us see third type. They call tendons. Where are tendons located? They are located between muscles and bones. So our muscles and bones are attached or joined by tendons. Structurally, if you see, they are having parallel collagen fibers, which are also called white fibers with a matrix. Then these tendons generally are very strong, they are flexible, but they are inelastic in nature. What are ligaments? Ligaments generally join two bones. So at the joints, the two bones are joined by the ligaments generally. If you see the structure of it, then you will see that they have elastin fibers, which are also called yellow fibers, which are present irregularly. Function, they definitely give strength because they are quite strong, but they are elastic in nature. So remember, opposite, this difference can be asked. Next is supportive connective tissue. In our body, there are two supportive connective tissue. The first is cartilage and the second is bone. Let us see what are cartilage. Cartilage actually generally are present or covers the end of the bones. So wherever the two bones are joined, there you will find cartilage. What are they doing? They give strength and flexibility. So they definitely absorb shock. So they are shock absorber. If we see the structure of this cartilage, the transverse section, you will see they are having special type of cells called chondrocytes. Then they are non-porous and they are semi-solid in nature. Now what are bones? We already know. So internal skeletal system is made up of the bones. What is the function? Generally they protect the delicate organs, as well as if you see the heart, the brain, etc. are protected by the bones only. The structure of the bone, if you see, is having special type of cells called osteocytes. So here are chondrocytes and here are osteocyte cells. They are having in the center Haversian canal. So definitely bones give strength. So they are very strong, they are very hard, they are non-flexible, but they are porous in nature. The third type of animal tissue is called fluid connective tissue. Fluid. So if you know, in our body two fluids are present, blood and lymph. They form your fluid connective tissue. Where is blood generally flowing? It is flowing in the heart, arteries, veins and capillaries. The chemical composition of the blood, if you see, it is made up of two parts. The first, the liquid watery part is called plasma. What is this plasma consist of? It consists of nutrients, hormones, salts, enzymes and proteins. The dark part, the cellular part is called blood corpuscles. You know there are three types of blood corpuscles in us. RBCs called erythrocytes, WBCs called leukocytes and blood platelets called thrombocytes. Let us see what are RBCs. RBCs are generally biconcave in structure, that is disc-like. Remember, they do not have nucleus. They are red in color. Why? Because hemoglobin pigment is present in it. What is the number? 4.5 to 5 million per cubic millimeter they are present. And main function of the RBC is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide to various parts of the body. Let us talk about WBC, called leukocytes, white blood cells. They are of two types. Granulocyte having granules. Agranulocytes do not have granule in the cytoplasm, and granulocytes have granules. Agranulocytes are of two types. They are called lymphocytes and monocytes. Granulocyte WBC are of three types. They are eosinophils, basophils and neutrophils. Do remember they have specific type of nucleus in them. What is the number of the WBCs present in human being? It can be 7,000 to 10,000. What is the main function of it? They protect against diseases. They destroy germs and they also produce antibodies to kill the germs. The third type, thrombocytes. They are very small. There is no nucleus in them and they have no color. What is the number? 250,000. And what is the main function? Helps in blood clotting. The next tissue is nervous tissue. This nervous tissue is made up of millions of cells called neurons. We also call them as nerve cells. Where are these neurons located? They are generally found in the brain, spinal cord. The main function of this neuron is to carry the message. How? In the form of nerve impulse. They show excitability and conductivity. So the structure of the neuron, if it is asked, you should know the labelings. So generally this structure of the neuron, if you see, this blue part on the top is called cell body or cyton, and the long part is called axon or nerve fiber. In the cell body, you will see some branches coming out. These are called dendrites. Inside there is a nucleus too. Let us see axon. In the axon, you will find some cells located at regular interval having fatty sheath. They are called myelin sheath. Between the two myelin sheath, there is a space which is called node of Ranvier. And this axon, it terminates into various branches which are called terminal end of fibers. What is the function of this neuron? Main function is conduction of the nerve impulse, or we can say to give response to the external and internal stimuli. Thank you.